All righty, Matt Steinmetz and Daryl the Guru Johnson with you, and joining us right now is television analyst Kelena Azubuike. You can hear him on the call on NBC Sports Bay Area. Not tomorrow for Tuesday's game, but all season long. He's with Bob Fitzgerald. And Kelena, welcome, man.
Thank you, man. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, let's start out with something. How's your golf game?
You know what? It's funny you asked that because my last golf outing didn't go so well. Okay. I had a little bit of a back injury, a strained something, collapsed something. But it started during the week. I was trying to do a little too much in the weight room. I was feeling too good about myself. I was getting stronger and everything, and I just did a little too much. And then I went to golf after that. But actually, the first 9 holes, I shot like a 41 at Portugal.
Okay,
And then it happened on the 10th hole, so I was on my way to something good. So I'm usually in the 80s, low 80s, high 80s, depending on how I'm feeling that day. But it's going to be a while till I get back out there, unfortunately. How's your golf game?
There you go. Thank you very much.
I know that's what he wanted.
So something happened Saturday that unprecedented. I shattered my best round of all time.
Wow.
I shot a 76.
Unbelievable.
And it was a Metropolitan, so I'm not saying it was at Olympic Club, but
hey,
never had a 79 one time. Mostly I'm in the mid-80s, but
I've seen it. That's great, man. Congrats.
Thank you. And then I played the next day and had an 86. 47 on the front. There you go. Hey,
I feel you. That's nice, man. I've only been in the 70s once.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's tough to be in the 70s.
It is.
Respect. I got to do this. I got to give you some love.
Before
we get into the team, you're part of the team. But, Kelena, I got to tell you, man, you and Fitz, I've always loved Fitz, but it's like Kobe and Shaq, Batman and Robin.
Wow.
Talk to us about your journey and how comfortable you are, man, because I said this to Bonte. I think you started before Bonte. I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of you, man. You have just, do you go home and listen to footage? How did you go to the lab and approach, getting to where you're at now?
Thank you, Guru. I appreciate you saying that. I'm enjoying it. I love watching. I've always been competitive, so I like to go back and watch and just see how I can get better.
It's hard.
That's kind of how I started. When I first started this broadcasting thing, before it, I went to this 3-day boot camp thing that the NBPA put on called Broadcaster U's at Syracuse, a great broadcasting school. And that's kind of how we were all doing it. They would give us 5-minute talks, and then we'd go watch ourselves. They'd put us in front of the camera. We'd be going through the gauntlet. We do radio. We do simulated color. We do stand-up studio. And we would just watch ourselves after that and look at ourselves and go, okay, are we being natural? Did I say what I wanted to say? Was I concise? All these different things. You just kind of watching to get better. Then the next time you go on, you have those things in mind. You just get better. So that's how I've always done it. I'm feeling really comfortable. Fitz makes it easy. Enjoy working with him, and we're just having a great time. This is the best gig in the business.
You got it going, man.
I got to be honest. Not to say that other teams aren't great, but we're watching Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond. There's always something to talk about. These guys play with so much joy. The brand of basketball is exciting, so I feel blessed.
Yeah, I'll second the thing you said about Fitz, because I worked with him a while ago, and he just makes it easy. He really does. He makes it easy. He's got no ego on the air. Let me throw this at you. Everybody's talking about Klay Thompson. He's going to go into the season without an extension. I don't remember exactly your contract situation when you got a multi-year deal, but I got to believe every year early in your career you were playing without a contract, and the idea of, it's going to be on his mind. Wasn't a contract on everybody's mind or a lot of players' minds?
Absolutely. I saw something he posted. He's like, me against the world energy. That's the kind of energy I'm on all season. That's great. He's not going to go rogue and start playing differently or start playing selfishly because he's like that. No, he wants to have a great season, which is great for the Warriors, right? So no one should be worried about that. I think it's a good thing. He is a super confident player, and he knows what he brings to the table. Obviously, he wants a certain amount of money. The negotiations are going to be what they are. I'm sure that's going to be a delicate thing because this is a beloved guy, and I'm sure everybody wants him back. And so I think he's going to have a great season. I think he's had an amazing summer, and he looks ready to go. He's pretty much in midseason form. The last game, whatever, but he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be fine, and look, they're going to be looking for him. It's going to be the same old Klay. You're going to get him coming off his screens, looking to take the shots that he feels like he can take, which is almost every shot. He's looking for open shots. The gravity of the defense, he's still willing to make passes coming off those pin downs. Defenders are on him. He's still willing to give it up and make the right play. So as long as he's not rushing and forcing it and trying to do a little too much, he should be fine. I think he's learned that, especially from this last year where he had a great season. Just during the playoffs, he even admitted he got a little tired, maybe he was a little fatigued. But during the season, I thought he was amazing, his highest points per game average of his career. So I think he's going to follow it up with another good one.
Let me ask you this. Jonathan Kaminga, he had flashes last year, but we could all, look at each other and say it didn't end the best for him. And I felt like Wiggins being gone, coming back, kind of threw him for a loop. And Kelena, this is not just about his scoring output in the preseason. I've always been high on him. But I got to be honest, when we didn't know if Dre were coming back, I think so much of Kaminga, we're like, are they going to give it to him the opportunity? Because I feel like he's got that skill set. What advice would you give him right now going into this year? Because one of my, I don't want to say fears, Kelena, is I don't know if the role that he's in is big enough for him, but I always hear in the NBA, and you played, you got to earn everything you get. So, what advice would you give him approaching this season?
Just about consistency, and obviously you want to make sure you're staying away from mistakes, anything that's going to annoy Coach Kerr. Stay away from the turnovers. But I think he's ready. I think he's ready to take that next step. From what I've seen from this preseason, he had a great summer, played a lot of pickup with Chris Paul. I think we'll see that rapport continue to grow throughout the season. But just be solid and trust yourself. He's worked on his post game. You can see that. Yeah. I think he's going to be a little bolder with that, calling for it, maybe even coming down in transition and just backing someone in all by himself without passing the ball. And making great decisions. And when he's got that mentality to be aggressive, he can still kind of let the game come to him. Look for your opportunities, go ISO, but still make the right play. That second defender comes over, go ahead and dish it off, and it's going to be reciprocated later. You're going to be in pick and rolls where you're getting easy buckets. You're going to be in the short corner where guys are just throwing lobs. They're going to make it easy for you. So I don't think he has to force anything. I think everybody on this team realizes they have a weapon in Kaminga, and they're looking to use him. And I think a lot of what's happened in the preseason is going to continue. Maybe not the high scoring numbers like we've seen, but he's going to be up there. He's going to make a jump in his scoring numbers from last season. And another thing I would tell him, be a monster on the boards. See if you can get 7, 8 a game and use your athleticism. Go get some offensive rebounds, especially if you're on the wing or in the corner. A lot of times you can get rebounds easier from there, get defensive rebounds, and you can push it yourself, and you're making the play. You dictate the action. So I think he's going to be in a lot of positions where he's got to make the decision, make the right decision. And it shouldn't always be you shooting, but a lot of times it can be. And a lot of times it can be you going to the basket because you got that in your game. And then I think the three-point shooting, it's been great this preseason. I think he's going to make a jump there from last season as well. So you can kind of rely on that maybe a tiny bit more, but your default should be getting downhill.
The default.
Yeah. Get downhill, make a play, finish.
What'd you think of Wembanyama?
Man.
He's different. He's built different, and he looks like he's ready, too. I don't think the hype is going to be too much for him. Just when you listen to him talk, this is a mature kid. Yeah. Mature man. He looks like he knows what he wants. He's got that self-motivation. He's driven from within. He's saying all the right things. I just hope he stays healthy.
Yeah,
and that's, I think he's going to put on weight as he goes in his career. And he seems like he's got his training staff and everything figured out off the floor and figuring out ways to make sure he gets the best out of himself. But on the floor, I said this the other night, I think he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year before he gets recognized for anything offensively.
I agree. I mean, I've never seen a player with the potential to be a difference maker on the perimeter and as a rim protector.
Blocking shots on the perimeter.
Did you see that?
These are the Warriors. Exactly. The Warriors are the best three-point shooters in the league, basically, and they were struggling to figure out how to gauge, okay, is he close enough or is he too close? Or should I?
Where's he at is what I told Steiny. I felt like they were all thinking, where's he at?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's startling how long. He's got an 8-foot wingspan.
I know.
Imagine trying to navigate that and figure out where he's at.
Man.
It's tough, man. And then obviously offensively, he can do everything. So I'm looking forward to watching it play. I just want him to stay healthy.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Kelena, thank you so much for joining
Appreciate
us. As
it, man.
always,
Yes,
man,
sir.
have a great season.
And congrats on you just got married.
Thank you,
Welcome
brother.
to the
Thank
club,
you.
A
Steiny.
couple months ago. He's into it now.
I hadn't seen him.
I'm over a year in now. Actually,
Oh, that's like
That's
we had a wedding.
long-term marriage already.
We had a wedding celebration not too long ago.
And that's what I saw on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what you saw. That's
oh,
what you saw.
boy.
Appreciate it.
Congrats anyway,
Thank you, brother.
man.
And I'm not saying, hey, congratulations on a
anniversary.
year. Step by step by step.
It's something. It's something. Appreciate y'all.
Take it easy.
That's
Yes, sir.
Kelena Azubuike.
Oh,
You can
man.
hear him with Bob Fitzgerald calling Warriors games this year on NBC Sports Bay Area. It should be a great year.
Man.